I just thought I'd get on here for a few minutes and show you how the little finches are doing. They're getting really comfortable. I don't want to move things around too much, but they're eating their breakfast. I just cleaned, excuse me, the bottom of their cage, their little skirt. This is what has to be cleaned in the morning. Their water, their feeding dish, everything on there, and they love it. They totally can tell the difference. And I put a little couple little parts of a nesting box in there that's made of raffia, and it is very safe for them. So as I was saying in another video, you do not want to give them dry grass. I guess it binds them up, and there's certain little things they can't have and certain things they can have. So I'm inquiring every time I think of something that maybe I think I want to put in there. Now the other thing I noticed is they play with the little bell. There's a little bell over here, and see how that's the male. He's eating his millet. They love millet, by the way. If you're new to the channel, we try to focus on different things going on in Vermont, and what I'm going to be doing in a little while is just kind of take a really brief walk and put a video up. And it's not going to be live, because I noticed with the live there's some like blurriness, because sometimes it will pick it up and will or won't. So what I'll do is just a really short video of the leaves changing, and they are just looking beautiful. So in the back of the cage, you see kind of a little round, it's kind of yellow, and then it's just a little round disc. That disc, the lady had suggested, it only costs a couple dollars, but it is actually some little fibers. I think it's cotton, but it's a little grid, and when they get used to it, they can pick out of it and make their nest with that. So, and then there's also right next to it, which they moved. These birds are so tiny, but they're actually moving things in the cage. And that little box there is filled with paper. And the paper is something that they can also use for nesting if they want to. So, hi River, how are you today? So, I'll pull this back a little. So, the little bowl that you see is a little raffia bowl. They love it. They love that. Now, they're really little babies, so, you know, they're not going to be building a nest, but they're definitely getting used to their little house. And you want to have, you know, a place for them to be able to go up. Now, you notice the green here, this green kind of just cloth dropped over the cage. That will be coming off today, and I'll be giving them a little quilted piece that will be able to cover the whole cage. But then during the day, I'll just fold it back, as I've been doing a little research that you can get these cage covers that will just open the front, like opening their front door. So, but it leaves kind of a little canopy, so if they want to go up to the top part of the cage. So you're just looking at a really quick makeshift right there. That will be coming off, so then the cage will be, actually it will keep more warmth in the cage, because it will be quilted. It's quilted. It's a thrift shop quilt over on Echo Art with Carmela T. We're using that quilt to make a bunch of different things. But they love the little bell. I noticed them trying to ring the little bell. The little toy you see in the back came with the cage. They haven't really touched that, but they're really getting comfortable. So they're not hiding up in the corner because they were really scared. They didn't know where they were. So now they know my voice a little bit. I'm trying to keep my voice. I talk to them when I go by the cage. I bring them in the morning onto the kitchen table with me, wherever the table, sometimes I move this little table into the other room, wherever it is, I bring them with me to have my coffee, but I always clean their cage first. So, yeah, and they love millet. They love millet. She's eating the millet right now. That's what she's doing. And so she's doing that, and he's sitting over on the bowl, and he's exploring it, and they're really having a lot of fun. And I gotta tell you, I was looking, kind of studying some of the little aviaries on the internet, and people have their little aviaries, set up really well. They really do. But I noticed a couple things. Um, the birds, they are pretty much all in like the same, right? There's like, what, 50 birds in the same cage. That has got to be a little mind-boggling, even for, like, you know what I mean? It's got to be for the birds, even. But they have nesting up all over the place. And one of the things I learned from watching the different videos, I wrote down a guy's name. He especially impresses me. Let me tell you who he is. I want to say it's Bran. I can find his name. I'll have to find his name. I want to say it's Brisbane Birds, or but he focuses on the Bengalese finches, and he says, the one thing they always look for is their little nesting area. So I put this cage is perfectly fine for them right now because they're babies, but in another month, especially, I believe, they really need a little flight cage. So it needs to be a little bit wider, and so it has room for their nesting, so they can nest easily. Because he said the Bengalese finches look for their nesting, and that's what they're looking for, is their little nesting box. So, but the other thing I like to do is I like to see the little finches, like, be able to have their own little space. So, I got a little housefly in here. I understand that they eat houseflies, and that housefly will not fly in there. And I can't catch him. But anyway, I figure his days are numbered at this point. So, but anyway, so I just wanted to share with you just a little bit this morning and how good Mashiko and Umi are doing. And yes, their names are Rose Finch is Mashiko, little Rose Finch. Yeah, that's Mashiko. They're learning their names. Little Mashiko is Rose Finch. And Umi means plum blossom. Plum blossom. So I meant for Umi's name to be for the male, because I think he's more of a darker purple brown. And you're looking at the female right now. She's tiny. And I feel like she's going to be a little bit of a rose finch. So she's Mashiki and Umi. And I just love them. So they're doing beautifully. And I love that they're staying at the bottom and saying hello to me more and more this morning. So with that, and I got them the little cuddle bar so he can sharpen his beak. And high up on the cage, I have another little bar. Let's see if I can put this up. Right there, you see how it's curvy? Well, at the end of that, it has grooming material on it. Because I moved this, I scared the little Umi. So anyway, with that, I thought I'd get on here and share. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day, and we'll take a look at the leaves in a little while. A love and light.